What's going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to Grit on the Rocks podcast. Today, we're talking about something that most people sadly learn the hard way. What am I talking about? That's the compartmentalizing people in our lives. And before anyone gets emotional, let me be clear. This is not about being cold. It's not about cutting everyone off. It's not about arrogance. It's about clarity.
This podcast is a Buenos Dias Media production.
This is the Grit on the Rocks podcast, where raw conversations meet smooth sips. Pull up a chair, pour your favorite drink, puff on your favorite cigar, and join us as we dive into the convos that matter. No scripts, no barriers, just unfiltered truth served straight up. Cheers to the real ones out there. Salud.
And yes, this is something we have to talk about because one of the biggest reasons men and women get frustrated, disappointed, drained, or even resentful is because we put people in positions they never earned. We expect loyalty from acquaintances, support from spectators, effort from people who only show up when it's convenient. And we tend to sometimes think that it's bad luck. But it's not, my friends. It's bad placement.
The views and opinions expressed by the host, guest, and/or participants of this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Buenos Dias Media LLC, its associates, partners, and show sponsors. The content is intended for entertainment purposes and should not be construed as professional advice. Listener discretion is advised.
So what does compartmentalizing really mean? Compartmentalizing people means that you don't give everyone the same level of access or influence or expectation. Everyone has a different compartment, right? If you want to look at it that way. Just because someone is a family, friend, coworker, or a longtime acquaintance doesn't mean they belong in the same category in your life. You see, some people are part of your inner circle. Some may be part of your casual circle, right? Some people might be seasonal or situational, and others observers only. And the moment you confuse those categories, you start your suffering. Not because people are evil, but because people are consistent. So why do men struggle with this? And I say men because yes, men and women struggle with this, but I see that a lot of men struggle with this. See, men struggle with compartmentalizing because loyalty is wired into us. Well, at least most of us. We tend to overvalue history, right? Like how long we've known them instead of how they show up now. We assume effort will be reciprocated. And the spoiler alert, and yes, it's something I personally have had to learn the hard way, is that it often isn't reciprocated. Us men, we also hate uncomfortable adjustments. We'd rather be quietly resentful than have honest internal boundaries. But with maturity, we begin to see things differently and start realizing that everyone doesn't deserve the same version of you. So let's take a look at the different compartments, right, that we place people. And this is important. Let's break this down clearly. And this is something that I think both men and women can agree on. So let's start with the inner circle. These are your quote unquote ride or die people. You have your accountability partners in this group, your truth tellers, people who check you, right? And not just cheer and applaud you. The access level these people have is high. Therefore, the expectation, well, it's mutual effort. Then you have your outer circle. Good people, not deeply invested. They support you when it's easy and they disappear when it's inconvenient. The access level is moderate. The expectation is limited. I mean, I tend to believe that the less you expect from people, the better it is for you to avoid disappointment. That's just me. We also have our situational people, right? These can be work friends, gym buddies, bar acquaintances. They're not bad people. They're just not your people. The access level should be low. The expectation minimal. And again, the less you expect, the better. And then we have the observers. These are the people that watch. They comment. They might criticize. They never contribute. Well, the only thing they do contribute is, comments, maybe judgment, criticism, stuff like that. The access level should be very minimal to none, and the expectation should be 0. And the mistake we make is giving inner circle expectations to outer circle people. And that, my friends, is how resentment is born. Okay, so with that said, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll be looking at the emotional intelligence and energy matching, as well as the warning signs that you might need to compartmentalize. You are listening to Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production fueled by thegentleman'storch.com. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Looking to connect with like-minded men who share your drive for success and passion for the finer things in life? Welcome to the Apex Gentlemen's Guild, a private members club for men who value ambition, camaraderie, giving back, and personal growth. For a limited time while we're fully remote, you can join the guild for free. Gain access to tons of motivational content, exclusive events, insightful discussions, and a network of high-performance individuals. Don't miss this chance to elevate your social circle. Request to join today at facebook.com/groups/Apex Gentlemen's Guild, or give us a like at facebook.com/Apex Gentlemen's Guild. The Apex Gentlemen's Guild, excellence forged in unity.
Fellas, if cigars are more than just smoke to you, if they're part of your lifestyle, your conversations, your identity, then you need to be tuned in to the Cigar Cypher podcast. Every week, we break down the world of premium cigars and the business with style, culture, and real conversation. No fluff, no pretension, just a conversation on everything that burns slow and speaks loud. From learning how to spot fake Cubans, to mastering cigar lounge etiquette, to understanding the power of networking over smoke. The Cigar Cypher gives you the knowledge, the laughs, and the insight every cigar lover deserves. We highlight premium cigars, talk industry news, decode cigar culture, and sit down for the kind of discussions you only get in a leather chair with good company. So if you're ready to elevate your cigar game, deepen your knowledge, and become part of a community built on craftsmanship and conversation, light up, lean back, and join us. Search the Cigar Cypher podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Rumble. The Cigar Cypher podcast, this is where smoke meets conversation.
This is the Modern Beat podcast, where voice, vulnerability, and victory meet. I'm Leilani.
And I'm Michelle. We're two friends having the real conversations women actually need about healing, hustle, motherhood, love, money, and the patterns we know too well.
No pretending here. Just honest stories, expert gems, and practical tools so you can feel seen and move forward.
If you ever felt silenced, judged, or just tired of carrying it all, you're home. Pull up a chair.
New episodes are short enough for your commute, deep enough to change your week.
Hit follow on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Share this with your sisters, your group chat. Your future self will thank you.
The Modern V.
The Modern V.
Voice, vulnerability,
victory.
victory.
Gentlemen, this one's for you. Whether you're signing deals, chasing dreams, or just unwinding after a long day, your cigar should match your grind. At thegentleman'storch.com, we bring you premium cigars, boutique blends, and curated sample packs, all without the premium price. Because class isn't about the label, it's about the standard you set. From CEOs to 9-to-5ers, every man deserves that moment, that taste of excellence. So light up, level up, and let your story burn slow. Visit thegentleman'storch.com, where affordability meets class and every smoke means something. The Gentleman's Torch. Light up, level up.
Hi, this is Kevin B. Cloth. You're listening to Grit on the Rocks podcast.
And we are back. This is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production fueled by thegentleman'storch.com. And today we're talking about compartmentalizing people, the expectations we have, how we should have people in different groups, and how we shouldn't give ourselves equally to everyone the same way. So now, let's take a look at the emotional intelligence and energy matching. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. Listen, you don't need to confront everyone, explain yourself, or announce any changes. When you decide to compartmentalize, you simply adjust your energy and you match their effort, their consistency, and their presence. Nothing more, nothing less. And here's the part people don't like. When you meet people where they actually are, they often get uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Very. Because they prefer the version of you that overgave, overexplained, and overextended. And that doesn't mean you change for the worse. It means that, my friends, you woke up. So what are the warning signs that tell you need to recompartmentalize? My friends, pay attention. Pay attention if you're always the one initiating. You're always the one explaining. You're always forgiving. You're always understanding. And you're always, quote unquote, being the bigger person. You see, growth doesn't mean becoming smaller for others. It actually means becoming more selective. So how do you do this without becoming bitter? This part matters. Be very careful. See, you don't compartmentalize with anger. You do it with acceptance. You accept where people place you. You stop saying things like, well, they should be different. And you start saying things like, this is who they are. And then you place them accordingly. No drama, no speeches, no grudges, just alignment. So let me leave you with this. Not everyone in your life is meant to go where you're going, understand your growth, or support your evolution. And with all honesty, listen, that's okay. The problem isn't people being who they are. The problem is you expecting more than they're ever shown you. Peace comes from accurate placement. When you compartmentalize correctly, you stop being disappointed. You stop feeling drained. You stop explaining yourself. And you move cleaner, lighter, and freer. So if this episode hit home, it's because you already know who belongs where. And trust that. Protect your energy. Honor your growth. And remember, access is earned, not assumed. So my brothers and sisters, if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe wherever you're consuming this content, be it video or audio, YouTube, Rumble, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Share it with a man or woman who needs to hear it. And if you got a story or a lesson, right, for Whiskey Bar Wisdom, please make sure to go to gritontheRocks.com, scroll to the bottom to the Contact Us section, and send us your story or your message or whatever you want to share with us. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, right, at Grit on the Rocks. So until next time, remember to keep your spirits high, your cigars lit, your glasses full, and your conversations meaningful. I am David, and this is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production fueled by thegentleman'storch.com. Until next time, cheers.
Grit on the rocks tonight, met with hearts like iron bars, tackling life's endless fight.